Welcome to the Dirty Tea Podcast. My name is Donna.
And I'm Amanda, and we're excited for you to join us where you'll be served the dirtiest tea.
We are best friends from the Midwest who love other people's drama.
And we'd rather spill your tea on air than behind your back.
So feel free to submit your dirty tea for us to read on air.
Or sit back, fill your cup with whatever tickles your fancy, and get ready for the mess.
All right. Well, we are wrapping up another week, and this week is our special Halloween edition. Are you there? I like the background noise.
You know the vibe.
Right. You'll be our sound effects, okay? in between stories, you will be our sound effect. Because we're too cheap to have sound effects, so
we gotta make our own.
I'll cue the sound effect.
Right. Just hold on, guys, because we're gonna come up with our own theme song, and it's gonna be us.
Right, we're starring in it.
We're gonna be like, do 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 do. We're gonna be snapping our fingers and shit.
We're just gonna start making up something. It'll be lit. You guys will like it.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to do a spooky story edition this week. And first of all, I hope you guys had a good week. And are looking forward to a Halloween weekend. I hope you guys are going out and enjoying the costume festivities. I think we are. So, yeah.
Spooky lit.
Get what?
Spooky lit.
Spooky lit. Okay.
Like when you get lit, but like you're scared the whole time.
When you get lit, but you're scared the whole time, so it's called spooky lit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We hope you guys get spooky lit then. But all right. So we are going to be sharing spooky stories.
So, there's one. It's a little short story. I mean, you might have heard of this before. So, a story about someone who her boyfriend was sleeping on the side of the highway because he was too tired to drive. So he pulled over and fell asleep. And he said he woke up to 20 people banging on his windows and yelling at him to wake up and leave.
What?
Then he woke up and he found out that he was dreaming it because when he woke up, like the second time, he realized, okay, there's nobody else around here. But he always wondered if someone was like trying to get him to leave that area for a reason. Because why else would some shit like that happen? Like, if you're sitting in the middle of somewhere and you got people banging on your window, get the fuck out of here. Bitch, I'm getting the fuck out,
I'm not even going to look and see who it is. I'm driving off. Like,
hell no. I'm running motherfuckers over at this point. Like, y'all ain't got to tell me twice. And why would you pull over on the side of the road in a dark highway
in the middle of nowhere? Like, you're stupid. I mean, you deserve to get haunted.
Walmart parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Go to a gas station or something. I mean, you can't be that tired.
Somewhere with lights.
Right.
Exactly.
That's just stupid. He deserved to be haunted.
Yeah. All because he was tired. You deserve this.
You deserve this. Okay. So this one says, my sister and I were driving down the road after school one day. When we got into a particular spot, she had a really bad feeling about the area and pointed to the side of the road. I asked her what she meant by it, and she said, I don't know, I just have a bad feeling. Later that night, we saw in the news that there was a body found in that area that was wrapped up on that side of the very same road and that same location.
Wow.
Have you ever seen a dead...
Freaky.
Wait, hold on. Side note, have you ever seen a dead body? Like, not one that like, from someone passing, but just seen a dead body?
No.
Or a dead body part?
No. What the fuck? Have you seen a dead body part? Like something dismembered? That's not normal. Have you?
I think I have, but I've never seen... I've seen like something floating, but I've never like confirmed if it was like a body part because I was too scared.
Floating like in water?
Yeah. Like, okay, so like Harriet, down by like Harriet Island, there's that, like the whole like boat dock and stuff like that. I've seen like almost like not a trash bag, like almost like a garbage bag sort of looking like, but I have a sense it was a body, but I was too scared to even look.
Man, so you saw a trash bag floating in the river, and you thought it was a body.
It had to have been a body. The
What if it
Mississippi
was just
River
somebody's
is
trash?
no, nobody just throws a big old trash into the Mississippi River. For real. The Mississippi River is known for like dead bodies. Come on, for real.
I'm gonna just have to take your word for that
Take
one.
my word
I
for
don't
it.
know,
But I've never seen like a dead
bitch.
body. I've
Me
never seen
neither.
a dead body
That's
though. Like,
I would freak out. Like, you know how, like, you watch the movies and the TV shows and
yeah.
shit, and they'll, like, walk into, like, a building, and then they'll be like, "Oh, it just smells so bad in here."
Oh,
Like,
I'm sure it
I
does.
don't wanna know what that smells like, but, like, I wonder what it smells like, you know what I mean? Like, ugh. I
Well,
don't wonder in a way that I wanna, like, find out, though,
I
no.
listen to a lot of like crime and mystery and killer slasher podcasts and stuff, and I always be listening to they explain the pungent smell of it, and it's supposed to be super disgusting, like you'll never forget the smell. And I don't ever want to find out, but it's supposed to be like the smell that you'll never forget. So,
I mean, it makes sense because there's certain smells that, like, just stick with you. Like, you
mhm,
smell something and then, like, you'll never forget what that smells like.
mhm,
Maybe that's one of the things.
yep,
For me, the smell that I'll never forget is, like, so when I was in middle school, we had to dissect frogs,
your own fart
and,
or
like,
something
the
like
smell
that.
of, like, no, bitch. Where would that come from? Oh, I got so scared by the frog, I farted. No. The smell of, like, the formaldehyde, isn't that what it's
Oh,
called?
yep,
Like, whatever they use to, like, preserve it.
mhm.
That smell, like, ugh, I can never,
That's
like, forget what that smell was. It's just gross.
that's probably like almost like the smell of death because like in a funeral home, so like I've been to that
I've never
area
been
of
in a funeral home.
yes, so I've been to that part of the unrestricted part of the funeral home, and it does smells like formaldehyde, and it's
Oh,
disgusting, it's scary, it's cold, it's creepy. um
yeah.
you know I was stupid. I
By the
was
end
like
of this,
young
I'm
and
gonna be
stupid.
so scared. Like, I'm gonna need to watch, like, some SpongeBob or something because I'm gonna be scared after this.
Girl, SpongeBob is scary as fuck. A talking
What the
sponge,
fuck are you talking about?
a fucking talking sponge, that's scary as fuck.
You know what? I'll take that kinda scary. This spooky shit gonna
I
have me
know,
having nightmares. I'm gonna have to
right?
sleep with one of my cats tonight, like, ugh.
No, animals
Okay.
animals have like an instinct to ghost.
Yeah, they can sense it.
For real. So now
But,
you want to sleep
these
with a cat
motherfuckers, like, well, true, the cats ain't gonna do shit. The cats are just gonna, like, let me die. But the dogs would they would
they'll
make sure
protect
their
you.
girl is good. They'll protect me. Even though they don't weigh more than, like, 10 pounds, they'll protect
They'll protect
me.
you. um okay.
Okay, so here's another one.
All right.
Um, says, so I was sleeping, and in the middle of a dream, the character from my dream who was doing something, like they're doing something in the dream, she turned her head, looked at me very seriously, and said, "There's someone in your apartment, wake up."
Shut
And the girl was
up.
like, "I nearly had a fucking heart attack." And she woke up, and then she, like, looked around her apartment, and it was empty. But, like, imagine that. Like, you're having a dream, and then this bitch just turns around and is like, "There's someone in your apartment." Like, that's so
No.
scary in
Wait,
a dream too.
your dream warns you? That's scary as
Right.
hell.
Exactly. And
Hell
what if there
no.
was somebody in her apartment?
I don't care how late it is. I would pack my shit and I would just go. Grab my keys, grab my dog,
Right.
and go. Like, fuck that. I'm
Mhm.
not even going to stick around to find
I
out.
I
When
mean,
your
I think
dream
so.
warns you, shit is up. Like, something is happening. Something's
Exactly.
happening.
Your life is in grave danger if your dream warns you about
Right.
something.
When your dream tells you someone's in your apartment, bitch, listen. Like, don't ignore it. Damn. Okay. This one says I work at a public pool. At night, I would work alone after hours cleaning the pool in the building. One night around 2 a.m., I was cleaning the changing rooms. The pool has been closed for 4 hours at this time. Suddenly, I heard the sounds of a child's laughter and bare feet running across the pool deck. I go out to check and scan the area, and there's nobody in sight. The doors are all closed and locked. There's nowhere that a kid should be hiding. There were no wet footprints on the pool deck. I rechecked the doors, security monitors. I'm the only one in the building. It was unsettling. Let me tell you something right now. There's nothing scarier than hearing the sound of a child laughing or crying when you don't fucking have kids. I'm telling
Right,
you,
exactly.
that is the scariest thing. I don't care. I don't care about old ghosts. I don't care about none of that. Is baby ghosts and children ghosts are the scariest thing.
Agree.
I will shit my pants
Yeah.
when you don't have
That
kids and
and
you
like dolls.
don't.
Dolls are fucking scary too.
Dolls.
Yeah.
Now I know what to place
Like
around
them
your house.
fucking
Like every time I come to your house, I'm just gonna place a doll somewhere, a random doll. I'll get the thrift store or something. Just gonna place it around your house.
oh, throw them things away
I'll,
so quick.
I'll have my trunk full of like random dolls that I'll just place all over your house, peeking in the windows and shit. Watch.
Bro, those fucking old school dolls, like I swear all of them are fucking haunted.
Oh yeah.
Like you see all them big bitches, especially the ones that like when you move their head it blinks. Fuck that. That bitch, she be blinking for real. And I will fuck with it. Like dolls, kids, like no, get your little giggly ass the fuck out of here. Like I don't want
Wait,
no
wait.
haunted kids. They be so evil.
How did
Oh my
they?
god.
Oh my
Ugh.
god! How did they giggle again?
The giggle. You're like, get the fuck out of here.
You're
I'm gonna
so
start cussing
stupid.
at kid ghosts and shit. Like, I'm gonna start ruining their childhood and stuff. Like, Santa's not real.
Why do you think
And
I
then they
was?
might come at me
Why
even
do you think I
harder.
was so mean to that kid at the apple orchard? Because I know that motherfucker has a doll
Oh
at
my
home
god.
somewhere. You know?
You know what? God forbid, if something happens to that little boy, he's coming for you.
No, hell
And
no.
just like yeah, this is what she did. We were leaving the apple orchard. This little boy is standing by like in the grass by himself, waiting for his family. And she got her window rolled down. She looks out the window straight in his face and goes boo, and then just kept on driving. The little boy got scared and ran over to his family. So you know what? That same boo, he's gonna do that to you when you're like taking a shit or something, and it's gonna scare you so bad, and you're gonna be home alone, and it's gonna be raining or snowing outside, and then you're gonna be like, I don't know what to do. And I'll be like,
Fir-
bitch, you shouldn't have fucked with the little boy.
First of all, my window was rolled up. It was the window
Your
behind
window
me.
was rolled down.
No, my window was rolled up. It was
Either
the
way,
window
he
behind
heard
me.
you. This bitch trying to justify it. My window was rolled up though. Like what?
But he has a doll at home, a haunted doll.
Right. He's got like a voodoo doll. This is why, you know what? He's gonna go back home and he's just gonna fuck your whole life up, girl.
It's okay.
I'm surprised it hasn't started already, you know?
It's okay. I got a trunk full of dolls just for you, baby girl. Watch, it's gonna happen because I know it now. Now that I
I'm
know
sick.
you're scared of dolls, they're gonna be everywhere. Big ones, little ones,
Okay.
giant ones. They're
Hmm.
gonna be everywhere. In your
Yep.
purse, they're gonna be everywhere.
Yep. And next time I come over to your house, bitch, I'm bringing a Ouija board and all my bad energy. I'm just coming over there. I'm just gonna be a negative bitch. I'm just be like, fuck it all. And then them ghosts, they're gonna be like, oh my god, she's the one. And then I'm just gonna leave them at your house. Like,
You're so
be like, well, see
you're
ya.
so mean. And you
I'm
talk,
just fucking
you talk about bringing a
pissed.
Ouija board.
I don't
You
give a fuck. I'll be like, get her. Sick her.
sicker. Oh my god. No, you went too far with that Ouija board. You know I don't fuck with that shit.
You got me fucked up talking about these haunted ass dolls. I'm gonna have one going, Mama in the fucking background. Like, you see shit like that? Like, no. Fucking porcelain dolls. Get the fuck out of here. Creepy ass things.
Ooh,
Got
now I know
cobwebs
you.
and
Now
shit
I
on
know you're
them.
particularly scared of porcelain dolls. I'm gonna go to the thrift store, every
They're
thrift
the
store,
creepiest ones. Okay,
and within
true
a
story. And
10-mile
even when I see
radius.
them in the thrift store, even when I see them in the thrift stores, like I don't like to look them in the eyes because I feel like that's like how they connect to you, and then it's pretty much over after that. But when I was a kid,
You,
I had like an
wait,
aunt or something, and
you
she lived
avoid
in
you
what?
wait, hold on. You avoid eye contact with the porcelain doll at the thrift store.
Hell yeah, I do. If I see them, you see them little ones with the fucking curly hair and like the hats on and shit.
Okay.
All that. Fuck all those dolls. Like I could do Barbie. Barbie, I'm fine with that bitch. Me and Barbie are cool. But like when it comes to like these creepy ass dolls from the 1800s, like how did people like those? They're so creepy looking. Like what is the appeal of those creepy dolls? And people collect them too.
I'm telling
That's what I was
you.
saying. Like I had an aunt when I was a kid, she had me come over to her house. She stayed in Rhode Island. And I remember like she put me in the room and I was a kid, so I came out to like go to the bathroom or something like that. And she had like all these dolls. She had like clown
Oh my
dolls and all types of
gosh.
shit. They were sitting in like rocking chairs and shit. And I'm like,
Uh-uh.
this is not normal. You know, like
No.
I'm from the hood. We don't do shit like that. Like we don't have dolls and rocking chairs. So this was a new experience for me. That's probably where it all comes
Right,
from.
that's where your trauma stems from. Yeah, she got you fucked
Real.
up. Wow. Yeah. So porcelain dolls.
Okay.
Got you.
Porcelain doll. Go ahead. If I see a porcelain doll, immediately I'm buying a fucking mini Ouija. You know what? Better yet, I'm gonna find one on Google. I know they got online Ouija boards. Like all we gotta do is pull it up, put a little penny on the thing, and we good. Bitch, try it if you want to. Don't fuck around and
Fuck
find
around
out.
and find out.
And you know I'll do it.
You see? We can't even tell a ghost story without being serious. I'm trying to tell some creepy ass ghost stories. You're talking about some Ouija
Right.
board.
It's hard to be scared when you're cracking when you're talking shit, right? I wonder how ghosts feel about that. Like if you had a ghost come up to you and like was trying to do some spooky shit, you were like, boy, if you don't get your bald headed spooky. Like, can you hurt a ghost's
You
feelings or would it just make them mad?
you know the
Like,
ghost would just be like big mad and be like, man, fuck you, bitch. I'm out here. Like, I'll just go hunt the next bitch, you know?
like she play too much. She play too much. Like,
Yeah, the ghost would just give up. Uh, all right.
okay, so here's one. When I
Okay.
was a child, I lived in an old Victorian house and I would always hear laughing while I was trying to sleep. I was only a kid. She lived with a single mom, and she said she was about 5 or 6 years old, and she would wake up hearing laughter in the hallway in the middle of the night. So she talked about it with her mom, and her mom, was like saying, "Oh, it's probably just the TV, blah blah blah." So then one night she woke up hearing the laughter in her room, and she went to sit up, but it felt like there was someone holding her shoulders down,
Oh my
like
gosh.
invisible hands because she couldn't see anybody. So
Yeah.
she's like, it was like invisible hands gripping into my shoulders while I heard laughing. So she screamed. Her mom came in, turns the light on, is trying to tell her, it's just a dream. And then she
Hmm.
said, but my shoulders hurt. So her mom lifted up her t-shirt and there were two adult-sized handprints on her shoulders. So,
No.
like, yeah. So
So
then
it
she
was
was like, I honestly thought
literally,
I had imagined it. Literally, somebody like had her and if they left marks on her shoulder, that means that they were holding on pretty tight, Um, but she said that she thought she imagined it and that it never happened. But then the other day she said she mentioned it to her mom and then like her mom went like blank white, like her face expression changed, everything changed, and then she just told her that she didn't want to remember that.
oh
Mom
my,
remembered it too, but just imagine that's some traumatizing shit right
right.
there.
And then leaving like actual handprint marks on you. You know that shit ain't made up.
Exactly. Right.
Damn.
That's scary. Yeah.
Mm-mm. You got to get up out of that house. Like, you can't stay in that house.
Immediately, like
Right.
and I'm hoping that the mom moved after that, especially if she's still scared to talk about it to this day.
No, she probably like, no, we can't. This is where we live, and you're just gonna have to make friends.
You're gonna have to, try to talk sweet to it and
Right.
become its friend and
Damn.
fuck you up when you're sleeping. Maybe you can tell you what's so fucking funny and then you can laugh about it too.
Right. No, but that okay, so that leads to this one. So she says, I get sleep paralysis occasionally, which it usually feels like someone has me by the throat and has pushed me onto the bed. I've never seen the crazy demon that people talk about seeing though. She said, mind you, I did see someone who looked exactly like me sitting on the edge of my bed during an episode one night when I'd fallen asleep with the lights on. I couldn't really make out her face though, although I could tell it was like a concerned look almost. Um, and she was wearing one of my favorite T-shirts that I'd owned for over 12 years. She said, to this day, I cannot wear that T-shirt anymore. But she's seen someone who looks just like her sitting at the foot of her bed.
That's creepy. Like, imagine waking up to that in the middle of the night. Like, I
Hell
would just
no.
cry. I have no fight or flight, like natural response. Like, I'm literally like stay still and freeze. Like, I skip the fight and the flight. I don't even run away. I just like sit there and like I can't move when I'm really really scared. It's so weird. Cuz you want to think that like if something were to happen, you needed to that you'd be able to, like, okay, I have to get up and think on my feet and all this shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I think I would die. Like I honestly do. Like
You would
they'd
just wait
probably
for
get
death.
me immediately.
You would just like wait for
Pretty
death and
much,
just
yeah.
if I
Just let it happen.
yeah, I never really thought about that, but if I would too. I think I would just curl up in fetal position and just wait for death.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
I couldn't even I
It's
wouldn't
like
even
yeah, and the same thing with like zombie apocalypse and shit. Like, let's be honest here. If there was a fucking zombie apocalypse, bitch, I'm not gonna be fucking looking for other survivors. I'll walk out into the middle of the street and be like, "Come get me, zombies! Come get me!" And I just let them do it because what's the point in living on edge for the rest of your life?
Dude,
Just to like, why?
wait, hold
Let
on.
them fuckers come and get you.
So you would just give up on life if it was a zombie apocalypse. You would just give up on life and have them come and get you. Wouldn't even try to like fight for your
Yeah.
life.
Down. What's the point? You know how many you watch all these fucking movies and them zombies, they be rolling deep. Ain't no fucking way I'm about to get up out of there. I
And,
don't keep guns and shit in my house. What
and
am I gonna use? A fucking kitchen knife?
they travel in packs, so you're not just fighting off one, you're fighting off like
Yeah,
a pack of them. Okay, so I had a talk like this
exactly.
with my sisters. We had a hypothetical question like this. So if it happened, what would you need to in order to survive? Me, don't laugh. I would need a box of contacts because my ass is blind if I ever lose my contacts, right? So I would need contacts or my glasses in order to see where I'm going, and then I would need chapsticks. My a bitch's lip is always dry, right? And then I would need
Wow.
for real, like this is for real. And then I
Priorities.
and then I would need like some sort of survival kit, like just basic survival kit, and then good running shoes.
Yeah, you see, that's where it's like another thing, because bitch, I'm not running anywhere. So I mean, that's just not gonna happen. Like you see, like all this shit, like you're talking about going on a fucking getaway vacation. I need my contacts and my
I
chapstick
need my
and my
contacts so I need to be able to
toothbrush
see
and
where I'm running. I don't need toothbrush because I fuck that. I
exactly.
don't care if I got
Well,
stinky
you
breath.
know
I
what?
need to be able to see where I'm going, and I need chapstick because, girl, I've been without chapstick, and trust me, people will tell you I was like a fiend looking for chapstick. I
Well,
need
you
my
know what?
chapstick,
It may be better if you don't use the chapstick because then
and
your lips will be all dry and
I'll
crusty,
look like
and then
them.
the zombies will think that yeah, they'll be like, oh, she's one of us,
She's
no
one of us.
problem.
Uh, but I would try to survive. I wouldn't give up. I think I would try to. If I, I think if I survive, I would probably survive at least 2 weeks before I die.
Mm. You see, my thing is that like I feel like I'd probably survive a lot longer than I want to, just because like I'm really unlucky like that. So it's like
You
you would
you are
think like, oh,
such a
she's lucky,
bullshit.
she's
No, you
living
wouldn't.
through it. I swear, like I don't know why, like shit just happens where like I just get lucky sometimes, and like bad stuff
Not
just
during a zombie
flies right over
apocalypse.
me.
I give you like
Them zombies,
12 hours at most, and then
you know, it's
you'll,
funny.
you'll die
It's funny
within
because
12 hours.
on one of my dating profiles, one of the questions was like, in a zombie apocalypse, what's your plan? And I shit you not, I put on there, I answered that question. I was like, hold on, I'll read it to you. It was like something like, become one with the zombies. They'll make me their queen. I'll make them into like farmers, so this way we can all eat. It's like it was only like 200 characters that I could put, but basically that's what I summed it up. Like I'll be the queen of the zombies because they'll just love me because why wouldn't they? Like
Wait, and
it's
so
me
how
they're talking
many how
about.
many hits did you get off of that? Like,
I don't fucking know.
did you
Like,
get any replies back?
no.
There you go. Because nobody fucking believes you that you will make these zombies your minions. And you'll become
No. You want to know why? Because they're scared because they're like, you know what?
bullshit.
Let me stay on her good side. Because if she's going to be the queen of the zombies, then I need to be with her.
If
And
that's the case, that they
that's
would reply
correct.
back to you.
No, they're just too scared of the truth.
You're
That's what
such a
it is.
bullshit. You're such a bullshitter.
I'd be the queen of zombies. You'd be trying to bang, 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 Amanda, Amanda. I'd be like, no, bitch. You said you was gonna survive with your chapstick and contacts. Like, fuck you. Like, don't come over here. Cause me and my zombies, we gonna do our own thing. You know, we're over here watching Norbit. You know, like
No, for real. I think that you would survive no more than 12 hours. And then you would give up. You would at least try to survive for real. And then you would just like
I
go
would try
into.
to hide. Like
That's
honestly,
what
I
I'm
would just
saying.
like stay in my house until there's like no more food. Because honestly, like if it's a zombie apocalypse, there's no Wi-Fi, right? So what
Okay.
the fuck am I gonna do at home any fucking way?
You
You
can't
know?
watch
So
Netflix. Okay.
exactly. So I might as well just go.
So in your current state right now, with the food that you have in your house, how long can you survive?
Mm, well, that's tough because if the fridge is running still, then I could last a lot longer than like if the fridge, like if the power goes out and all of my cold foods and stuff is out of the question. So I have like some granola bars. I got like some Slim Fast up there. I could survive off of that for a few days. And like there's like some beans and
You got your pets. You can eat your
honestly
pets if
probably
you need
not
to.
long. Well, that I mean, I would have to make a fire then because what if the stove's not working? You know, these are things that I think about. Like, okay, so then the stove's not working. So how am I supposed to like fry the cat if the stove's not working, you know, or bake the dog? Like the math ain't mathin'. It just doesn't work. So
Use your
I'd pretty much
lighter.
be dead like immediately.
I see. I told you wouldn't
So I'm
survive.
just supposed to like light it. I'm just supposed to put the lighter on them and just light them on fire, and then just like that's our source of warmth and our food for the night.
Char
You know.
char char up the kitty cats, and that'll be your food source for a few days. That's so
It's
messed
all
up.
gonna die. It's every man for themselves. Like honestly, what would I do with my pets at that point? Like, am
Right.
I like y'all are just gonna have to fucking become zombies too? Like, then we can all be together forever.
As a family.
What do you do with your pets in a zombie apocalypse? Like, I already know one of them won't stop barking like ever,
She'll
so
out
she would
you.
be constantly
She will
running
out you.
behind.
Wherever you try to
Yes,
hide, she will out you.
exactly. So that bitch gotta go automatically. Like,
That, you're
sorry, Millie.
oh wow.
Ruin this for us. Anyway, okay. So, next one that I have here. So not really scary, but more so creepy.
Okay.
So it's a couple of friends and I were at the annual fair at a local park one year, and they're around 14 years old, so they thought it would be cool to like separate from the large crowd, and then there's like a walking trail that's like behind the fairgrounds. So they're walking on the trail, and it's late in the evening, and there's I mean they're in the woods I guess at this point, so there's no lighting. So they like ended up taking a break and sitting down at a tunnel, at like the beginning of a tunnel which sat at the top of like a secluded hill.
Hmm.
So when they're sitting there they're chilling, and then I guess like a lady was walking the trail as well. She had a baby. So she approached them. She asked if they knew the man who was standing at the bottom of the hill near a bench looking in their general direction. And then they were like, no, we don't know who that is. And then the lady responded, well, he's been following you for a while. I don't know what he's up to, but you should be careful. So then, like, they all, like, ran back to the fair after that. But that's the whole
What?
story.
So they had a
So,
creepy
isn't
guy
that
following
creepy?
them
Have
around.
somebody following you. Yeah. And then just think, like, you're already in the secluded woods. Then
Hmm.
you go down to an even more secluded, like, hill. Like,
Hmm.
that motherfucker was waiting. That's
For
so
his right
creepy.
moment. And if someone hadn't warned them, then who knows what would
Then
have
they would have
happened.
known. Yeah, they would have never known because they didn't even know he was there.
Hmm.
So,
Dang.
yeah,
That was like,
yeah,
man, God was on their side. Yeah.
real. Mhm.
Dang. Okay. This one says, my childhood home was notoriously haunted. We moved into the house when I was around 6, and my brother was 3. It started slow with him, and I started seeing weird things at night and constant nightmares. Things would go missing, only to return a few days later. We would constantly hear people talking, footsteps, and doors slamming when no one was around. Over the years, though, it started to escalate. One parent was in their bedroom during the party, um, and would hear a child running, and the door in the closet would creak shut, and assume it was me and my brother and went to open it. When she did, some of the t-shirts hung on some of the t-shirts that were hanging would sway back and forth. Peeking out from behind them was a little girl they did not know. The little girl vanished before their eyes. Another one was I was home alone waiting for my boyfriend to come over. I heard him calling my name. So I came out of the bedroom and headed towards the front door. When I came to the stairs that separated from the front door, I saw this thing. It almost resembled a person, pitch black, crawling up the stairs. It cracked its neck to look up at me and I ran. I called my boyfriend, he wasn't there yet. I hid in my room until he came.
Mm. I wouldn't even want to be in the house if I saw some shit like that.
Right. I'd be
Bitch,
like
I
waiting
would have climbed
outside.
out the window. Yeah, that's so scary. Like, and it cracked its neck before it came up there too.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Yep.
You know, when you start cracking your neck, that means it's time for business.
And crawling up the
You
stairs,
crack
nothing
your
scarier
knuckles
than
and
some
yeah,
an apparition or ghost going up the stairs or climbing down the stairs, especially backwards, like on all
right,
fours.
right. And then the fact that like it looked at her
Yeah,
and then like you know what I
it
mean?
made
Like
eye
and good thing
contact.
it didn't like run after her.
Right.
Yeah. Like that's so freaky.
Mm-mm.
Do you
So
believe like stuff like that actually happens?
of course I do. Do you?
I don't know. Part of me does and part of me doesn't.
Now they're coming for you.
But like
Now
I
they're
don't
coming
want
for
to
your ass because you
like
don't believe
that's
it.
the thing like yeah, I don't want to fuck around and find out there, but like
So you better say you believe it
um
because you saying you don't believe it, they're gonna be like, we're gonna make this bitch believe we're coming for her. Say it.
um
Say you believe.
no, because what if I say I believe and then that makes them fucking start to come like then it's like I kind of just fucked myself with that one.
So you are so scared right now. You know?
Like honestly, I
I
just
know you
saw
are.
somebody's at my front door and I'm like, "Oh my god, is this my
Is
time
it a
now?"
ghost?
As soon as I said I don't believe somebody's at the fucking front door
See,
like
I'm telling you, and it's not just one of them. They come in pairs, and I bet you right now you're sitting in your room in the dark too, because I know your dark ass likes to sit. Not, hold on, let me go back up.
wow. My dark ass? Really? Really? Wow. You guys heard it here first.
I mean, you're dark, and you like to sit in the dark, so you're dark and scary ass. Oh my god, your dark and scary ass like to sit in the dark. So you better believe because they're coming for you. Uh,
Okay. So here's another one. When I was about 12, we lived in a pretty big house. They had like a security system that would beep every time someone opened up a door or a window. So she was the only person home, sitting at the table in the kitchen, and starting her homework when she heard like they have like a big wooden door. She heard it fly open and the system, like the security system started beeping. So, she doesn't think anything of it. She's like, okay, mom's home. And then she said she heard rapid footsteps, like someone was running towards her, and she saw a dark shadow with a grin that could scare the shit out of anyone. And she said that they were running directly towards her. So she had
mm,
no time to react, in complete shock. At the last second, this figure like changed its course and ran straight into her parents' room. So then she like I guess like it's screaming. She said she heard screams. She said blood curdling screams that pierced my eardrums. Heard glass breaking, things being thrown onto the floor, and then randomly like it just stopped, came out the room, stopped right directly in front of her, and stared at her for a good like 5 seconds while smiling, and
what?
then it just like walked down the hallway out the door, and then she never saw it again. and then she like called her parents and they rushed home from the store. They look in her room and there was like a broken vase on the floor, the sink was on, there was a crack in the shower wall like in their bathroom, various soaps and lotions all over the floor. And she's like, to this day I never leave the like I never stay at home alone. She's like, if my parents leave, I'm leaving too.
No
Like
shit.
that's
Oh my
crazy though, that's
gosh.
so scary. That's like freaky for real.
I think the scariest part is when that thing ran towards her and stopped and stared at her for 5 seconds.
Right.
No, I would
Was
have.
smiling too.
Right. No. Oh my god. My stupid ass wanted to say back. I would have smiled harder back, but knowing me, I would have like dropped and play dead. Like for real.
Bitch, I would have tried to swing on it. Like, I feel like I would try to swing on it, like hit
You
it with something.
really?
Like, bitch, you just gonna run into my
Wait.
house and fucking fuck a
Wait.
bunch of shit up,
What if you try to swing at it and it did some Matrix shit and then it started laughing at you?
girl. I would
Girl.
just run. I probably wouldn't have even stayed in there for it to like the fact that it ran into the house and then ran straight to your parents' bedroom, bitch. I would have ran for the door like at that time. I wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
stuck around to like, you know what I mean? Like I would have been like, oh fuck no, like I gotta get out of here while this bitch don't notice. Like that's so
Damn. Oh my
scary.
gosh. That's some I wonder what the figure looked like. Was it like big and tall and or was it like a small, spirit looking thing or
She said it was a dark shadow with a grin. So
mm-mm. That's like the
I don't know.
what is that thing called? The the slim figure that is like a horror thing
The
that
Slender Man?
yes, Slenderman.
Maybe. Yeah, I wonder if it was like
Ooh.
that.
Have you seen the movie?
That's
It's
crazy.
scary.
No. I didn't even know there was a movie.
Yes, there's a movie. It's scary. So, okay.
Wow.
Fuck that. This one says I work at a max security prison and have several inmates who are severely mentally ill. The ones that self-harm wears a Fitbit kind to monitor heart rate. If there's a change, we rush to the room to stop whatever is happening. On top of this, we also do visual inspections. On one round, a coworker was doing a cell check and noticed this particular inmate had blood on their face, but nothing coming up on the monitors or anything. So he called to the inmates to ask if everything was okay. The inmate had their eyes closed and just kept repeating, "It doesn't hurt." The inmate would not answer where the blood was from. We opened the cell to see what the situation was, and it turns out the inmate had plucked both of their eyes out, and they were laying on the
Oh.
floor. The inmate's HR monitor never alerted the inmate, and the inmate never screamed. Paramedics said the inmate's vitals were normal and they were fully responsive.
Wow. Ugh. So they tore their own eyeballs
They
out.
ripped their own eyes out and it was on the floor.
Wow. And what were they saying?
It doesn't hurt.
Ugh.
Isn't that
I don't
freaky?
know.
And their
I
heart.
mean, it has to be like something like paranormal type shit because like their heart rate would have raised if they were doing that
Mhm.
shit like, you know,
Mhm.
consciously.
Yep. Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I feel like mental patients get it the worst too, you know?
Yeah. I agree. I agree. And it's like I think they're more like susceptible to it because
Yeah.
they they're not they're they're viewed as more as weaker. You know what I mean? To the paranormal
Yeah.
world.
Right.
So,
And I mean, if you think about it too, like if somebody is like constantly talking about like how some like weird ass shit is happening to them, like people are more likely to write that off as like, oh, you need mental help before they're willing to, accept the fact that it may be something, you
mhm.
know, like a ghost or a
Yup.
demon or some shit like that.
Yup. Yup. So,
Okay.
mhm.
So this one's just for you.
Oh gosh.
When I was about 2 years old, my mom bought a Ouija board and said,
Okay.
And she said she would always end up talking to the spirit of an 8-year-old boy named Henry. And this spirit would tell my mom how he hated me, how I stole his place in the world, and how my mother was supposed to be his mother. And about a year
Mm.
after he was born, his mother had a miscarriage, apparently. So now about 14 years have passed since the Ouija board conversations, and his mom went to a psychic because, just to see. So the psychic started telling his mom about how she was supposed to have 3 children. The psychic asked if she had like an older teenage son, which was the person who wrote this, and that there had been a vengeful spirit of a child that has been following him around for years upon years. And for as long as he can remember, he always heard voices, scratches, footsteps, seeing shadows, all that shit. So, and he said also when he was a child, he would always talk to the black man, which is what he described it to his parents, and they found out that he described exactly how how their landlord's husband
Mhm.
looked, who died fixing the house years before they moved in. So apparently, this kid
Mm.
had all types of fucking crazy shit that was
Right.
going on, but the part that like kind of got me, that I was like, oh my god, that's so fucked up, is like, okay, what if it was like a child that she had a
Yeah.
miscarriage from, like, and then they're just bitter that they didn't make it through.
Right.
I would be scared as the son, because like what, that's not something you can fucking control, but like, you know what I mean, like,
And then you come in as the
oh,
rainbow child, and then you get hated on by the child that didn't make it, and they come through the Ouija board.
right,
Hell no.
exactly,
And what if they cause harm? Like now you're afraid that as a mother,
right.
you would be afraid that they would be vengeful.
Right. And it's like the mom shouldn't have been fucking
I was just
fucking
gonna
around with the
say, why
Ouija
is the
board in
mom
the
opening
first
up the
place.
Pandora's box by fucking around with the Ouija board, trying to figure out,
Exactly.
and letting Henry through?
Right. Fuck Henry.
Fuck
I
Henry.
mean, for all she knows, like Henry could be like tricking her or something. Oh, I'm
Mm.
Henry.
Because
I'm 8 years
ghosts.
old.
Because
Oh
spares
my
and ghosts
god.
like to do that.
Hmm.
They like to trick you
Fuck
into,
people.
and they're not really who they are.
Really.
You, do you believe in the
It's
Ouija
just
board?
creepy. Yes, but
Have you
I
ever
would never try one.
have you ever played it, even when you were a child?
Nope. I never will. I never have. And I don't say never. And I never will play with, if I'm playing with a fucking Ouija board, bitch, I'm fucking lost it. Like, you're gonna have to get some help for me if you see me fucking with Ouija boards, because that's just no.
I was
Absolutely not.
I would think I was stupid. I was like a little, maybe like 8, 9 years old, and I was playing with, but it wasn't like trying to talk to a spirit. It was just being stupid. But and then I don't ever remember what happened to it. But yeah,
Do you
that was
think that, like, because you played with Ouija boards when you were younger, that's why you have the experiences that you have today?
that's a good question. I never put two and two together. Um,
Like, maybe.
Possibly, but nothing really happened to the point where I remember like an outcome from it. I just
Yeah.
remember like the Ouija board because we were living in one of our old houses in North Minneapolis, and I remember the Ouija board got thrown into like the attic somewhere, like in the deep abyss. So
Hmm.
I don't ever remember anything that was scary that came out of it that I was like remember like, oh my gosh, this came out of it that could have happened. Why things happened to me. So I hope
Yeah.
not. I hope
What
not.
if your family still has like that Ouija board?
Shut the fuck up, bitch. uh,
Did that just scare you a little bit? What
a
if they
little
still
bit.
have it?
No, I know they don't because, and if they do, then it's at our old house that we no longer live at. But I mean, it possibly, unless that house ever get torn down or someone went up to that attic, and because I remember growing up in that house, there was a dark, like so the attic kind of like come up to like a little like a little V shape at the top, right? And so
Hmm.
when we were bad, my uncle would throw all of our toys up there. Like he would just be like, "You guys are fighting over this toy. Nobody gets it then," and he would throw it up there in the little dark area, and that's where all of our
Okay.
toys go to die. And I remember that's probably where the Ouija board got thrown into. So very well could still be there, but it. it was nothing where it was scary enough for me to remember. But I
Yeah.
mean, whatever I saw and happened, it is kind of like almost hereditary. So it's nothing like I opened up Pandora's box or anything like that. But
Yeah.
my situation was like started when I was in my early 30s was when I started seeing things and hearing things. So it wasn't like anything that I opened up or was like, oh, I wish that I could
Mhm.
see this. I wish I could hear this. It just started all of a sudden, and it started at the building that I was working at that time. You know, hearing things and seeing
Yeah.
things, and so like to this day, do I believe that I still can hear and see things? Hell yeah, all the time. But do I want to like be open to it? Fuck no. Like I want to turn that shit off. Like I turn it off and I don't acknowledge it. And so I don't pay any, like I don't give it any attention. So I pretend it don't
Mhm.
exist because I'm not, I'm too scared for it. Way too scared for it.
So, like, if something were to happen, like, where you, like, saw something or heard something, like, you would just ignore it, like, you just
Yep.
don't acknowledge it at all.
Yep. Yep. Like, okay, for
Really?
I'll give you an example. 2 nights ago, I was in the bathroom, standing in the bathroom, taking my makeup off, and I felt like something brush up against my leg, you know, like a dog, right?
Mhm.
And I thought it was my dog because she always would just, you know, follow me everywhere, but it wasn't her. And I know it
Mhm.
wasn't her because I looked down and she was nowhere in sight. She was sleeping in the living room. So in
Yeah.
my eyes, like I thought of it as like my other dog that passed. And I wasn't scared. I was
Yeah.
more like at peace with it because it's like me, like her ashes are here. So like I brought her ashes
Mhm.
with me. So in a way, I wasn't scared because I was like, oh, she's checking in on me and make sure I'm okay. But if it was like, I've seen things in the corner of my eyes where I would rather not look because I don't want to see what's really there or what might be there.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So that's
Now
scary.
that's scary.
Hell
That's
yeah.
super scary. Yeah.
Haven't you ever like thought you saw something in the corner of your eyes and then you look and it's not there, but then you are like
Yeah.
100% sure that that you saw something?
Mhm.
See?
Yeah.
And I can almost guarantee it's there, but you like it's almost like your third eye. Like you're not letting your third eye
Mhm.
be fully open. So, bitch, you're
Right.
seeing it, but you're just not like letting it happen.
Yeah.
So everybody has a third eye. It's
Oh,
just
that's
are you letting it
creepy.
happen? So,
Yeah. 'Cause it's like that thing where it's like you know if somebody's like staring at you. Like you can
right.
tell if somebody's staring at you.
Right.
And it's the same thing like if you're like in a room, like sometimes like that's one thing that I experience like where I'll be in my room like it'll be like late at night or something like that and it'll be like super dark, quiet and then like you hear something or you
Mhm.
like look over and you just feel like you're being watched.
Mhm.
Like that's a creepy feeling.
Mhm. And you know when you get that feeling, it's because it's happening. Like you may not
Yeah.
see them, but it's happening. Something is staring at you, or it is you get that feeling for a reason. You don't get that feeling just because you know you get that feeling. Is you get that feeling because it's happening, and that's what I believe. Like fuck what everybody else does,
That's so fucking scary. Yeah,
especially in the middle of the
next
night
one.
too.
Ooh, yeah, fuck that shit. SpongeBob for sure tonight. Like, fuck out of here.
SpongeBob. Girl, I was gonna watch that Netflix movie that a show that you were telling me about, the Usher House or whatever. Um,
Oh, you haven't finished it yet?
no, I can't get past episode one. I was just telling Tori about it. Can't get past episode one. I'm on episode two now, but I can't get past it. So she said it's supposed to get really
Yeah.
good.
Oh, like you're not feeling it?
I'm just not feeling it. Like I don't know. I'm just it's not scary enough for me.
It's not like super scary. So we're
Mhm.
talking about the show. It was called The Fall of the House of Usher,
Mhm.
something like that on Netflix. I don't think it's like as scary as it is like kind of just I don't know, like kind of like suspense in a way.
Yeah. Have you
You know
seen
what I
Haunting
mean?
of Hill House?
Yeah, it's made by the same
Yeah.
people, but it's not as scary as that one because
See,
that
I
one
like stuff
is
like that.
scary as fuck.
I know. And
Yeah,
Blind.
Haunting of Hill House is really good.
I know. Yep. Yep. So I'll get back into it. I'll watch it tonight just to amp up the Halloween scare this week.
The spooky
There you
vibes.
go. The animated voice. This is the second time. You need to start doing that more often. This is only the second time in the podcast that you've done that.
Okay.
But
Okay, so here's another one.
okay.
So 5 years ago, I was sitting in bed reading and I saw an old tall man walk by my bedroom door. I called for my boyfriend. He hadn't seen anything and he had moved up from the couch in a couple hours. So then a month later, she woke up and saw him at the end of her bed. Blinked a couple times, he was still there, turned on her bedside light, and he was gone. So then I guess another month passes, and then she was staying with a friend all the way across the country. Woke up in the middle of the night, saw a man staring at her from the foot of her bed, an old tall man. So then she
Mm,
laid back down, put her head on the pillow, and like peeked back up, and he wasn't there.
it followed her.
That's like my worst fear. If I were to get haunted and then it were to follow you, it's like you just literally can't fucking escape that shit.
Yeah, because ghosts don't always just haunt houses; they haunt people too. You know.
Hmm. Right. So
Dang.
it's like no matter where you go, you got this old tall man watching you sleep. Like, and how do you know if it's a friendly fucking ghost or if it's like somebody evil?
And this motherfucker's watching you shower naked and stuff. Like, if you're gonna watch me shower naked, you better pay, motherfucker. Like for real, especially you
Give
creepy
me
ass
your ghost
ghost.
money.
You better pay me with your ghost monopoly money.
My baby daddy is a ghost, and he, he tries to
Right,
pay his child support with the ghost money,
right.
but that just don't work.
No, but yeah, people are haunted all the time. Like instead of um houses haunted, like things are haunted. Like you
Yeah,
know, things like antiques
objects
or
definitely.
objects and stuff like that. You carry them with you, or when you go buy them and stuff. My sister has a whole house full of antiques, and her house is full of vibes. You know, so.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that shit.
Girl, we be going thrift store all the time. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, the shit I buy from the thrift store is 100% not haunted
How do you know? You probably have like a whole
because
village of ghosts living in your house. They're probably they're probably
let's
just
be honest, there probably is. Like, my house is old as fuck.
I
My house
know.
was built in 1880.
See?
Like, there's hella ghosts up in this bitch, but not in my part of the house because so the previous owners built, like, they added a room onto the house. So my room is an addition. So, like, my roommate,
But you
she
live in the
probably
whole house.
experiences all types of shit.
But you live in the whole
Yeah, but
house.
they ain't fucking with me back here. Like we come back here, it's a whole vibe in my room, Like
let's
I
do
have to like
let's do not a say I don't want to call it a seance, but let's do
know,
come on, let's do it.
we can do it at your house.
No, my house is
How about this? You can do it at your house and then videotape it and then send me the video. Because honestly, I don't even want to be a part of that shit.
because
I
your
don't want
house
to
is
see nothing. I don't
because
want to
your house is
hear
built in the
nothing. I don't want
1800s.
to
I
feel
bet
it.
you there's some colonial ghosts in your house. Some
They can stay
milkmaids.
colonial in
I
this
bet you there's
house.
some like
As long as them hoes are quiet, don't get in my way, don't fuck with my sleep, and we good. Like I don't care what they do in here.
but think
Just
about it.
don't let me
You
see
can
you.
you can connect with them, and if they're living there, they can pay rent. You know what I mean? Because you're having ghosts living
Where do
rent
you
free.
you think that all these ghosts just have money, but you never know. They may be like, there's $1 million,
Right.
like
They're like,
hidden
go
in the
dig.
basement.
Right. They're like, go pick this brick that's on this wall and it's marked with an X. If you take this brick out, there's like $45,000 in there, and you do it, and there's $45,000,
There you
and then
go.
I get a
You know
cut.
what's funny? No, bitch, you don't get shit. That's me and the ghost. It's funny because I've never been in my attic, like, ever. When I
Let's
bought the
go.
house, I didn't even go up there. You can go and you can tell me what it looks
Let's
like,
do it.
but like I said, you keep on saying let's. Like, do not include me in this activity. To be honest, I don't even care what's up there. Like sometimes I look up, like I'll be outside the house and like I'll look up at the window, like in the
Ooh.
attic just to see if like somebody like walks by or something. But
Why the
I
fuck would
try
you
not
do
to look
that?
too hard because I'm afraid like if I look too hard then I'm gonna fucking find
Okay,
something and then
then why
that
why do
scares
you
me.
look? What would happen if you look up into your attic and you see someone peeking back at you, or you see someone walk by with a shadow? What would you do?
Dude, I don't even know.
Oh my God.
I would cry. Like, I would be so scared.
Girl, my
I would literally
my
cry.
laptop
I wouldn't wanna go back in.
my laptop battery, I screamed because my laptop battery just alerted me that it's about to die.
Oh my god. We're about to be haunted by your laptop. That bitch is dying.
Tori's sitting here
You
dying.
know, if it makes you feel good, like, if I die before you, I'll haunt you,
Shut
but,
the fuck
like,
up,
in a
bitch.
friendly way.
No, you will not. You know you will not.
I'll haunt you, but, like, in a way that, like, is, like, fun and, "Oh, that's just Amanda."
No, you
Like,
will not.
like
I'll banish you.
like the toilet paper's all over the bathroom floor. "Amanda."
I don't know.
Like
It's like one of those cheesy commercials with my hands on my hips. Amanda, there she goes again. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so
Okay. So this one says, a few years ago, one night around 3 a.m., my wife and I were sleeping, and I feel myself slowly waking up from a really deep sleep. My eyes started lifting up, and as soon as they focused on the lamp on my dresser, it slid off and shattered on the floor. My wife and I quickly sat up and looked at each other, horrified at the startling noise. We agreed we would clean it in the morning and went back to sleep. So then the next morning they woke up and the lamp was at the foot of the bed, about 5 feet from where it fell, completely intact, not broken at all, and they're still trying to make sense of it.
hell no. When objects start moving, nope. That either that object was haunted. No, that
But
object was
like,
haunted.
yeah, because it's like it broke and then it like is not broken.
Right.
So then did they both dream the same thing? You know? Have you ever like slept in the same bed as someone and then had a dream where they were in your dream and then like you were in their dream?
Ew, scary. No. Have you?
I swear to God, yes. And it was so weird. It was recent too.
Wait. You
So,
guys were in each other's dreams?
yeah. It was recent. So
No.
like we were sleeping in the bed together and then like the next morning we woke up and then he was like we were talking and everything and he was like, "Yeah, like you were in my dream." And I was like, "That's so fucking weird because you were in my dream too." And I don't remember what I dreamed about, but that was so weird to me.
No, I've never had that happen. That's freaky.
It is, right? It's like, okay, so you're like next to each other and you have dreams, but like I don't know. I just think that's weird.
Right. What was it about?
Anytime I don't remember. I have no clue. And he told me what his dream was about, but I
Yeah.
don't remember what he said. But yeah, I don't remember. I just remember
Wow.
like I woke up because I remember he was in my dream and I was like, yeah, you were in mine too. But like I guess I don't know. I just didn't care at that point to. Usually I
Dang.
remember my dreams. I
Yeah.
have like some really weird dreams, but like I don't know why I didn't remember what happened in that one. But like
Damn.
yeah,
No, I've never heard
it
of
was
that.
freaky.
I've never heard of that. I'll have to look
I
into
thought
that.
that that was on some like, oh, you guys are like, soulmates, and obviously that wasn't fucking. He was definitely not my soulmate.
That was probably a
Um,
sign. Does a sign be
it
like,
was a
run,
sign,
run, run fast,
right?
the opposite direction, don't look back. and, and bitch, you ran.
You know what? It's okay though. One day he's probably gonna hear this and listen. You know who you are.
Right,
It's
bitch.
okay. It's not me. It's you.
Right,
Well, I wouldn't have called him a bitch, but
I will, bitch. But okay, well,
that was scary. Are you scared right now?
I kind of am, but I'm still gonna go watch my show.
Yeah. I've started rewatching the Purge movies, so
Oh,
that's
okay,
been
that's not scary.
yeah. It's not scary, but like it has like the jump scares and shit
Right,
like that.
yeah, yeah. So
I don't know. Well, this has been real. I
It
think that
has.
it's been fun. Maybe with the holiday season coming up, we'll have more themed podcasts for you guys. But I think for now, I really enjoyed the spooky stories. Maybe
Me
that's
too.
something that we can kind of incorporate into the podcast and see
Mm-hmm.
how people like it. So leave a comment. Let us know if you want more ghost stories. I think it's kind of fun. Um, Otherwise, we've had
Next week.
requests for like a virginity theme before,
Ooh,
so maybe
okay.
one day we'll do like a theme where we tell all the dirty tea on virginity stories, and that could be interesting.
I think that would be fun.
Um, I mean, I won't have anything to contribute because I'm a virgin, but like, you know,
Here we go again. She's a comedian tonight, so okay.
anyway,
All
thanks
right.
for listening, everyone.
Thank you, and we'll be back next Friday with our regularly scheduled Dirty Tea podcast.
Happy Halloween.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.